So it's gone.
That clap was for you guys.
You know I got that
was
clap
a big
going
ass
for the
mosquito
audio.
in here. You got it.
All right, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to the podcast. This is episode number 7, am I right?
Lucky number 7.
Hey, Agent 007.
That's a good
On a
movie, too.
Sunday
Lucky
night.
number 7.
Yeah,
That's
this
a
is
good
Sunday
movie.
evening,
I've never seen that one either.
April the 3rd.
That's a must watch. It's dope.
Yes, so welcome back. If you guys missed last week's episode, we continued the story of our grandpa and our history. And what did we talk about?
Well, last we talked about kind of just time frame of what was going on in Tulare County. At least what some of the Filipino, immigrants or farm workers would have been experiencing during Cesar Chavez's moment.
Right.
That in a large part predominantly was Hispanically influenced.
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of how Filipinos played a role in that or what part they...
Correct. Whether they participated or did not, and that was kind of the big question that we left for you guys. So if you did watch that recent episode,
Or listen on our podcast.
I hope you enjoyed it. And we're actually going to do something that's slightly different on this fine Sunday evening. As you can tell, most of us, if not all of us, if you're watching the Instagram Live, are not wearing our First Gen shirts. So what we want to do today is kind of take a step away from our story and pushing that story forward with our grandpa, and use this Sunday as kind of a chill, relaxed Sunday where we just chit chat about kind of whatever we want to, whatever's on our mind, and which is why, if you're watching on the Instagram again, why we're super casual today. So that will be our topic today. We're just going to be talking about a few things. We're going to first talk about what are we watching on Netflix or Disney Plus or TV, whatever it is, and we're going to let you know what we are watching, and we also want to hear what you guys are watching. And then we're going to move on to the things that are happening or that are going on in our life, something that each of us is kind of either going through or went through, whether it would be positive, negative, whatever it is, just kind of fill you guys in on our life. And then last but not least, we want to leave you guys with some advice for the week. Again, it is Sunday, April 3rd, and we want to start you guys off right and get you guys thinking positively and forwardly for this week. Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
Cool.
So first things first, I think we can kind of just dive into it. We've referenced Corona. We're all going through it, and we hope that you guys are all doing very well, and safe and healthy.
Absolutely.
But, obviously some of us might be stuck at home, forced to stay home. Well, most of us are, but others don't even have the option to be able to get out of the house and simply go to work.
Right.
So I think, and it's something that, for myself, I've utilized a lot of time watching Netflix.
I have too. I think I finished 2 shows of a season. So I watched 2 seasons of two separate shows. That makes sense.
I recently downloaded Disney Plus, man. I watched The Mandalorian, which is actually pretty dope.
How is that, though?
I like it, man.
Tell us about
Oh, I've been wanting to watch that.
It's
I'm a little late.
It's a series, so it's a different little format. But they got the little green dude, the little mini Yoda, man.
Baby Yoda.
So did you
Baby Yoda.
instantly buy into the hype of Baby Yoda?
Oh my
What's up,
gosh.
Ryan, checking in on the live.
You know what?
live
I
show?
did it because I seen a bunch of memes and a bunch of stuff on
Right.
Instagram, and I'm like, what is this little Baby Yoda little green thing about? And I finally broke down and watched it, and he's 50 years old, I want to say.
I knew that, yeah, because
Yeah.
I think, obviously in one of the later episodes, he dies, or he
Wow.
He kinda
Spoiler alert.
oh shoot.
I haven't even seen it.
Hey, you know what? It's 2020 though. Honestly, if you
I haven't even seen it.
I don't think he dies, but
Oh my
he
Lanta.
transcends. We'll say that. And maybe someone,
Whoa.
for those listening on the podcast, maybe somebody on our live show can confirm the spoiler alert on Yoda's ultimate fate. But let me ask you this, Terrence, in your prior knowledge to viewing the Mandalorian, when you first saw Baby Yoda on the show, did you feel that he entered your life, or was it a little underwhelming because you kind of knew?
none of the above. Because I'm not a Star Wars like big crazy fan. I grew up hearing about it, watching a couple of movies. The only
that's a good
Yoda
comment.
that I know is the old 2,000-year-old Yoda who, you know, has that ugly Kermit the Frog voice. So when I jumped into it, I'm like, okay.
His context is so bad.
Is it?
It's like comical how he talks.
Oh,
like
Oh,
Yeah.
his grammar is
podcast recording. You will Sunday evening.
Yes,
You
never
know,
die.
it's
The
like-
Jedi will. Exactly.
And Baby
Julie,
Yoda,
from the Instagram.
he doesn't even say a word. Man. It's just a bunch of noises and stuff.
Correct.
He hasn't even learned English yet.
No.
You know he's like 900 years old or 9,000
he's
years
super,
old. when he's-
super old.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that guy.
He has the Force though. That's what blew my mind is that little bitty thing had the Force, and I was tripping.
The Force was strong with that one, boy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So reading a comment from the Instagram live right now, we've got Aaron, our cousin. He's watching Marvel in order right now, all the Marvel movies. So I know a lot of people are doing that. I need to
Big
still
up.
So
do that.
that's your cousin. What's his name?
Aaron.
Okay, Aaron, you got to tell us if you're still tuning in on the live show, because I know that some, like shortly after the first Avengers, you have to swap to like Marvel's Shield
Seriously?
and watch some of those episodes, and you have to go like halfway into those seasons and then jump into another superhero movie. So
Wow.
there's a pretty extensive chart that you can look up online and
That's a good idea.
and really be able to see so that you can follow like all the characters.
Okay, I didn't know that those separate Marvel shows actually continued the story arc. So I guess I have to watch even more shows
me
and
too.
movies. But I'm excited for that. So that's cool that you're watching that again. I'm sure you're not the only one who's watching all those
And
Marvel
Rob,
movies.
Baby Yoda did save the Mandalorian. Though.
Ooh. So
Yeah.
Rob from the
Yeah.
Instagram
So who
live.
is
He
the
is a
Mandalorian though?
We don't know. They're like their own
He's like,
culture of people.
He's like Boba Fett.
Okay,
Was
so
that
the
his name right?
master is hunters
The gun? Yeah, the
yeah,
pew
they're
pews.
the
like
thing-
elite fighters. Like
Correct.
or assassins.
yeah, I would say assassins.
Maybe
But what's
mercenary.
crazy, their story is they started off as assassins, but once all this whole war after stuff cracked off, they become bounty hunters.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
become
because
bounty hunters.
if in the old, or I guess you can call them the older Star Wars movies, they were bad guys, those dudes.
Yeah, I think it's episode 2 with Samuel Jackson.
Samuel
where
Blackson, excuse me.
where he seals Jango Fett's fate, and that's like the precursor to Boba Fett.
Okay, so
And those helmets are awesome.
Julie says she's from the Instagram, is watching The Office. We always watch that
we
for
always
sure.
watch The Office. Yeah.
You can watch that. I mean, if you haven't seen The Office and you're kind of skeptical, because I know a lot of people haven't seen it, and it kind of like blows my mind. They just got to give it a chance. Make it through the first season. It is a little
Yes.
slow. It's dated. But if you can make it past that first season, watching The Office, I think you'll like it.
And
And
if
you have-
can't just skip to the second season.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can totally do that.
I mean, I've been watching The Office since like 2012.
Yeah, I
I
think
probably
did we
s-
start at the same time? Would you say? I feel like we did.
I don't know. Did you guys start at
I
that
was-
long
it
ago?
was-
I started after the whole thing was over. So I was
But
on the
I've
late
seen
train from
all
the get.
9 episodes. Now, they might have been playing in the background. I wasn't undivided 100% attention, but all 9 seasons,
Yeah.
easily at least, first to last episode 10 times. And what I will say that's great about The Office is every time, you know, when I do sit, you know, because sometimes it's playing in the background when you're like cleaning or
You
whatever.
You catch something new. Huh?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
always something that you miss after years of watching it. And that's what I love about that show for sure.
And before we move on to the next show or
Men
subject,
watching 2.5 Men tuning or commenting on the live stream. That I love that. Men.
yeah, men.
I hate that damn show, man. I'd rather watch Seinfeld. I'd rather watch Seinfeld, man. Like, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's all right. But before we move on from The Office, I just want to make a quick note. Richard said he's been watching it since what year?
2012.
So 2012. For some of you who are probably still in this boat, he did not know that show was not filmed in Scranton,
He thought it was
Pennsylvania.
filmed live.
You know,
He
that's
thought
how-
it was live over there. He
That's
thought-
how great this show is that even after years of watching, finding out later that it didn't actually take place in Scranton, Pennsylvania.
I mean,
that
it
took a
did,
lot
but they
of
just
wind.
didn't film it. Yeah, there.
But
That was the setting.
Still loved
Yeah.
that show.
They filmed it in Los Angeles.
Scranton, Pennsylvania is a real place, though,
But-
for our viewers and listeners.
So if you didn't know, sorry to break your heart. Like Richard's heart was broken.
I mean, they even got the snow They got the rain. They
That's
had it
Hollywood,
all.
baby.
Yeah. They filmed in the
It don't
studio.
snow in Van Nuys, California. Zoraida, if you didn't know that, I hope that you're checking in on the live stream. It was in Van Nuys, right? We did we say that or no?
So San Fernando
Valley, yeah.
for sure.
I thought we
I don't
looked
think
up the
specifically
studio.
Van
If you guys
Nuys.
know exactly where they filmed The Office, let us know in the comments. That would be super cool. Maybe you'll get like a sticker or something. I don't know.
Could be Van
Just
Nuys,
throwing it out there.
Reseda, Chatsworth, Northridge.
Maybe one of these. Who knows?
That's a nice sticker. I like that one.
That's a really nice
That's
sticker.
one of my favorite ones.
Yeah.
And what about you, Matt? So we got Terrence
yes.
tuning
Cool.
in on The Mandalorian.
Perfect. So
Great reviews, 10 out of 10. Would recommend.
let's go. So I just recently finished an anime